Pickleballers, we're so excited to have you come back this fall and join us once again. Our program's changed just a little bit, and so this video is going to get you ready so that you can join us at Mainway Recreation Centre, Burlington Seniors Centre, or also over at Central Arena. We're going to give you a little bit of information about entry, what to bring, and then about the gameplay. I'm going to start by asking everyone to ensure that they've got a duffel bag or some sort of bag that they bring with them. Make sure that you've got your own equipment. Everything is look, I got extras. Everything is BYO right now. You will probably need a couple of balls just in case we have to replace one while you're playing. And we also need to make sure that you've got your name so that you can identify your own ball. More on that coming up soon. Remember that masks are required while in all public spaces. For the filming of this video, I'm not wearing one so that you can hear me better, but we are asking that you wear one as soon as you come out of your car and get into our entry line. You'll also be required to wear it while you're inside the facility and waiting for your time on the court. When you get onto the courts, you're able during physical activity in indoor spaces to remove it if you wish, but we recommend that you leave it on if you're comfortable with that also. A reminder that paper masks are fine, or if you'd like, you could also wear a cloth mask or bandana as long as the nose area and mouth is covered. We'd also think that bringing your own hand sanitizer is a great idea. We will be providing sanitization gel at the entry and exit of every facility so that when you go in, you can take 15 seconds and properly gel your hands, get between those fingers, make sure you're all nice and clean. But while you're on court, you may wish to also sanitize between play, and in that case, we're recommending that you bring your own for that purpose. We'd also like to remind you that if you have a cloth that you would like to bring, when things get a little bit hot, you can dab down, and then we're going to ask you to take your personal towel and put it back into your own bag. A reminder also that a water bottle is required. Filling stations are inside for you, but if you can arrive with one filled up, that's one less touch point for us to be concerned about while you're with us. A reminder that when you're waiting in line, you will be waiting outside for many of the days that you come to join us. So we're recommending that if you're sensitive to the heat or the sun, that maybe an umbrella is what you should be bringing while you wait in line. You shouldn't be there for too long. Our lines move very quickly. But please make sure that you're dressing for the occasion and bring the things that will help to keep you comfortable. As the fall continues on, if there's high winds or rain, you will also need to be prepared for that, just in case you're standing outside for a few minutes. Hi, I want to tell you a little bit about our entry procedure now. When you arrive at the facility where you will be playing pickleball, whether it's Central, the Burlington Seniors Centre, or here at Mainway, there will be a sign that will remind you to please read it and ensure that you are well prior to joining our program. I want to also let you know that there is no entry into our facilities until a staff member has screened you and asked you a few questions, and then we'll invite you through the facility. We're going to take a few moments and just show you what that will look like right now. So I can see off to the side here that I do have some customers, participants, and avid pickleball players ready to join us today. So welcome, everyone. Right now I'm going to pretend that I am your instructor. So you may see Cynthia out here, you may see Tom or Tracy out here. Once you do, they're going to ask you a few questions. First of all, you need to remember that every single day prior to coming to a Burlington facility that you need to complete a screening online. You can go to burlington.ca/screening. When you arrive at that page, there's a few simple questions, but every day within 1 hour of arrival, you need to have that completed. We're going to ask you to save the message that you receive, and you may see a check mark that says you are ready to come and join a program. If you get a red X that says you may not join a program at this time, we will be happy to follow up with you or give you a call and tell you more about joining us when the time is right for you. So, when you come to our lineup, the first thing that we're going to do is take attendance, and then we're going to ask you to please confirm that you have done your screening every day, every play. Hi Marcia, so good to see you again. I'm so glad that you found your spot in our lineup area. You will see, everyone, that there are indicators on the ground, and we're just asking that you put the front of your toes pretty close to that line so that we make sure that everyone is adequately spaced throughout the lineup. I also see that both of you are wearing your masks right now. A reminder that masks are not required outside, but we highly recommend that you wear them. However, as soon as you start to move forward into our facility, they are actually required. So hi Marcia, so good to see you. I'm going to take your attendance. Good morning. I see that you're here. Can you please confirm that you've screened today and show me your confirmation?
I haven't screened. Can I use my phone?
You absolutely can do that right now if you'd like to.
Okay, I will.
You can go to burlington.ca, screening, and do it. I'm just going to ask Marcia that because you haven't done that yet, we'll just move other people forward. If you could just move around to an open space in line
Sure, sounds
to
good.
complete that, and we'll move over to Ryan. Hi Ryan, you can step forward if you'd like. Ryan, it's so good to see you. Is it Ryan James?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. Perfect. And can you tell me, have you done your screening today, and could you confirm that with me?
I have. I printed it out. It's right here.
Great. So another option is that if you don't have a smartphone with you and you would like to do it at home on your printer, you can just push the print button, and you will need to bring that document with you to the location where you'll be playing pickleball. So thanks, Ryan. Why don't we go in? You can move forward to the gel station. I'm going to ask you to please sanitize your hands using 1 pump of gel and stand there and count to 15 while you clean them, and then move forward again.
Sounds good.
I'm
Thank you
going
very
to
much.
work with Marcia right now. Marcia, did you get a chance to complete that?
I did.
Great. And I can see there's a check mark there. That's all I need to see, and you too can move forward. So here we are. Every location will have a table. On the table, when you come into the facility, you're going to see our gel and instructions on how to properly make sure that you are sanitizing your hands. A reminder that if you take 1 pump, you can move forward, provided that you're cleaning and letting that gel absorb as you move forward. You'll also notice at this time that there are markers on the floor, and we're just getting ready for later in the fall when some inclement weather might make it really difficult to stand and wait outside. But right now, it's a great indicator of how to move through hallways and ensure that you're also socially distanced as you move through this space. We're going to ask, once you've completed that you move into your play zone. So Marcia, we're calling them play zones. Really what they are is a chair where you can put your personal belongings. They all need to be kept right at your own chair. We won't be changing chairs for the duration of this program, and you can set yourself up right now if you want to move forward. Once you move into the play area, so our courts and auditorium, at that time, if you wish, you can remove your mask. Once you sit down and start waiting for your game, we're asking you to also put your mask back on while you're in the waiting position. So there'll be a little bit of taking it off and putting it on while you're on the court. Of course, if you'd like to take it off, you can do so. But just get used to having it handy. Okay? Perfect. Thanks, Marcia. We're just going to take a few seconds to demonstrate a couple of changes that you're going to notice when you come out for your pickleball game here. One of the things you should be aware of is that for everyone who's entering for the first time, we're going to review a number of items with you when you come to join us. But on the first day of every session, we'll be sure to blast through some quick changes that you need to be aware of so that you, our staff, our facilities, and our community are all working together to make this a great place to play pickleball in a safe environment. So just be patient. We'll ask you to move to your play zone, and your instructor will move through some of that information. But let's get to the court, and we'll show you a little bit more right now. All right, when it's time for you to come up and play on one of the courts, you're gonna hear your name called. So you will hear Marsha, Ryan, Mandy, and Jeremy. Please move to your court. As you come into the court area, reminder that at that time you can remove your mask if you wish. And so some of our players today have decided to do that, while others have decided that they're gonna keep their mask on. We're just gonna demonstrate our game now.
Good luck.
When a ball drops to the ground, at this time we're gonna ask that that ball is not touched unless it's your own ball. So you can see that Ryan allowed the ball to drop to the ground, took a moment, tapped it back using his paddle, and Marsha, whose ball it originally was, and it's labeled with her name to confirm that, was able to pick it up again, and gameplay can resume. We're going to ask that while you're playing pickleball with us during this time, that you ensure that you have an extra ball tucked away in your pocket, or if you need to, you can put a reserve ball just in a safe spot close to the court where you can retrieve it when it's time to do so. Pickleball is just such a celebratory kind of game. We know that everybody likes to congratulate each other on a great game afterwards. At this time, we're going to ask you to find your own unique way to do this without touching each other or doing our typical paddle bumps. So, great game, guys. After celebrating a great game, it's time once again to put your mask back on, go back to your area. And when your actual pickleball program has ended, we're going to ask that once again you collect up all your belongings in your location, your play zone as we're calling it. You tuck everything back in your bag. If you wish to gel after each play, you're welcome to. But tuck everything back in your personal belonging bag so that we have nothing loose on the ground. And then at the end of the program, you can gather that up and exit. So we've talked a little bit about the play zone and how you can set that up with your own personal belongings. Every time that you go onto the court, you will be invited onto the court by the instructor. And when you come off court, we're going to ask that you also return only to your play zone where your belongings are at that time. I'm standing right now at Mainway in the location where our instructors will be. So Cynthia, Tom, Tracy, or whoever else might be joining us for this program will be located in this general region. In between players and the staff member, because this is a program where wearing of masks during play is optional, we're ensuring that they're kept very safe with a transparent barrier that will prevent any kind of transfer of droplets between the players and the staff member. The instructors will also be wearing a microphone pack so that they can call out and let you know when the next player can go to whichever court is available. When you're moving to your courts, it's going to be a little trickier than it used to be. So we're going to make sure that we ask that we clear the court first of all, and then the 4 new players that are coming onto the court, once it is cleared, then approach the court and go into their positions. As you move through this area, you will have to try your very best to not interfere with play whenever possible, and we're going to ask that you use the perimeter to do that. So there are some changes and things might move just a little bit slower because of them, but it's in everyone's best interest. I wanted to remind everyone that pickleball programs are either 1 hour or 2 hours in length, depending on which ones you signed up for. In each location, we're ensuring that all of our touch points throughout our facility are constantly being cleaned. We're actually exceeding regulations in a lot of areas. One small difference between the different facilities is in some you will see a flip sign that we'll use on washrooms to indicate that someone is in the washroom and that it becomes available once again. In Mainway and Central, you'll notice that we don't have that system in place, but your operations staff will be ensuring that there is a deep clean that happens prior to the start of your program. About 1 hour into your program, there'll be another cleaning that occurs in the washroom spaces, and then following your program prior to our next group coming in, of course, there's going to be another thorough deep cleaning that occurs also. At Mainway, we're just going to ask that you knock on the door or give a shout to see if their occupancy is open for you. We're asking for one guest only in the washroom area. I want to also show you that we do have filling stations available for you. If you need to refill your water bottle, you're welcome to, but fountains are not available at this time. One last thing, our airflow in all of our facilities has changed just a little bit. We're now ensuring that more fresh air is coming into the facility. However, for anyone that's very sensitive to the temperature changes, please be aware that you might find it just a little more humid on some days, a little warmer than you may be wishing for, or a little cooler. So as we bring more fresh air in, we're trying our very best to regulate it, just like we always have done so, but you might just sense that difference. So please dress accordingly with a layer on or a layer off if that will help you. One final comment, that while we do have gel stations and wipes in some of our interior spaces, that we're asking that you bring your own wipes if you wish, your own gel if you want to gel between each of your games, and that we will be providing at entry and exit points for all participants to use the City of Burlington gel stations if you would like to. We sure hope that this has been helpful for you to get you ready for the game. Again, we're super excited to have pickleball happening right now. We hope as things change and open up a little bit more, we might be able to expand a little further. But again, our priority is your safety and ensuring that we're doing that in a safe and measured way. A reminder that these kinds of systems are going to be in place at the Burlington Seniors Centre. They're going to be here at Mainway and also at Central Arena. If there's any questions or any controversy over how things are done, don't worry, your instructor's there to help you with all of that. So our instructor team is incredibly knowledgeable, very nimble, and they'll be able to adjust to any of the situations. A reminder also that we know that there's a long-standing group of people that have enjoyed pickleball at our Burlington Seniors Centre, and sometimes those folks decide to make a few changes to the gameplay. In that one location, we're asking that if you join us there, that you ensure that you're all on the same page prior to the start of the game, that you're all agreeing on the rules that you're going to be playing by. We don't see that there's a lot of changes that they make, but just so you're aware, if you're a real stickler for rules, you may prefer to be at Mainway and Central, where all regulatory rules will be in place. Again, our instructor team's here to help you with any questions you might have, or give us a call or email us if you'd like to get better prepared prior to coming. Don't forget to screen every day prior to coming. Bring your bag of goodies with you when you come, and come on out and have a great time playing pickleball at the City of Burlington locations. Hope to see you soon.